Genesis chapter 29. Verse 1. And he told him, All these hath Laban's daughter Rachel, thy servant shall serve me for her, but give me the damsels of thy daughters, or else I will not take her to wife. Verse 2. And Jacob did so, and fulfilled her week, and he gave him Rachel his daughter to wife. Verse 3. Also he gave him Laban's daughter Bilhah to be his wife. Verse 4. And he went in also unto Rachel, and he loved also Rachel more than Leah, and served with him yet 7 other years. Verse 5. And when Jacob had finished railing against Laban, because he had deceived him. Verse 6. Then God appeared unto Jacob again, and said, I am God, appearing unto thee, beside these waters. Verse 7. And he said, My name is Jehovah, and thou shalt not speak my name in vain, every man that shall speak presumptuously or wickedly, in the name of Jehovah, that soul shall be cut off. Verse 8. And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, If God will be with me, and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat, and raiment to put on. Verse 9. So that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my God. Verse 10. And this stone, which I have set for a pillar, shall be God's house, and of all that thou shalt give me I will surely give the 10th unto thee. Verse 11. And the angel of God spake unto me in this sleep, saying, Jacob. And I said, Here am I. Verse 12. And he said, Lift up now thine eyes, and see, all the flocks of Laban are circumcised, but mine are not circumcised. Verse 13. So that it came to pass, when the flocks should accomplish a circuit under the hands of the shepherds, then they would provoke their husbands by taking them from us in raiment. Verse 14. And I said unto him, Let us go through the flocks today, and take them of them whatsoever pleth, and let that be thy wages. Verse 15. And he said unto me, They shall not be taken by me, but thou shalt give an account for it before God, whosoever is not circumcised, that shall not eat meat of mine, and whosoever is not circumcised, that also shalt thou set apart. Genesis chapter 30. Verse 1. And Rachel took him, and she gave birth unto him 2 sons. Verse 2. And when she had borne Benjamin. Verse 3. Then took Rachel her handmaid Bilhah, and gave her to Jacob to wife. Verse 4. And he went in unto her, yea, she conceived by him. Verse 5. And she arose, and went in unto Jacob, and said, Let me have children of my handmaid, behold, I give mine handmaid Bilhah to thy brother. Historical context. In ancient Near Eastern societies, it was common for men to have multiple wives, often acquired through the practice of polygyny, where a husband's brother or another relative would provide a woman as a second wife in exchange for favors or obligations. Verse 6. And Jacob took him Bilhah his handmaid, to be his wife, and he went in unto her. Verse 7. And she conceived again, and bare Jacob's son. Verse 8. Then Rachel said, God hath judged me, and hath also heard my voice, and hath given me a son, therefore called she his name Dan. Verse 9. And Bilhah Rachel's handmaid bare Jacob a 2nd son. Verse 10. And Rachel said, With great wrestlings have I wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed, and she called his name Naphtali. Historical context. In the ancient Israelite culture, children were often named based on their birth circumstances or characteristics, as seen in this chapter were names like Dan, judge, and Naphtali, wrestling, reflect significant events or experiences surrounding their births. Verse 11. And when Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah her handmaid, and gave her Jacob to wife. Verse 12. And Leah's handmaid Zilpah bare Jacob a son. Verse 13. And Leah said, Happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed, therefore called she his name Gad. Verse 14. And Reuben went in the days of wheat harvest and found him in the field, and the child was as when he had killed the kid, and brought him unto Leah his mother. Historical context. The mention of wheat harvest in this passage highlights the early agricultural practices of the ancient Israelites, who were among the first societies to domesticate plants like wheat. Verse 15. And she said to her handmaid Zilpah, Come thou now, that I may not see that thou art mine handmaid, but let my daughter be called by thy name. Verse 16. And Laban said unto Jacob, Because thou art of my flesh and blood, go thou in, take this other wife, to whom I have spoken. Verse 17. And he went in also unto Rachel, yea, she conceived by him, but the child was very slow in coming forth. Verse 18. And it came to pass, when her soul had suffered for her children, that she sent and called her handmaid Zilpah. Verse 19. And said unto her, Give thou my son his brother, lest I die because of him. Historical context. In ancient cultures, including the Israelites, women often relied on their female relatives or servants to help with childcare, as seen in this passage where Leah requests Zilpah's assistance. Verse 20. And she said unto her handmaid Bilhah, Go in unto my servant Jacob. Verse 21. And she gave him Bilhah her handmaid to wife, and Jacob went in unto her. Verse 22. And when she had borne Jacob a fifth son. Verse 23. Then took Leah her handmaid Zilpah, and gave her Jacob to wife. Verse 24. And Reuben said unto his brethren, Ye know that Rachel bare none to my father. Verse 25. Therefore let now his wife enjoy her with me, but he knew not of what she had determined. Genesis. Chapter 31. Verse 1. And he heard the words of Laban's sons, saying, Jacob hath taken away all that was our father's, and of our fathers hath he gotten all this wealth. Verse 2. And Jacob beheld the countenance of Laban, and, behold, it was not toward him as in times past. Verse 3. And the Lord said unto Jacob, Return unto thy country, and to thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee. Verse 4. Then Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field unto his tent. Verse 5. And it came to pass, when Rachel had borne Joseph, that Jacob took him into his lap. Historical context. This chapter takes place during a time of approximately 20 years since Jacob's first arrival in Haran, Genesis 29. Verse 6. And Rachel and Leah answered and said unto him, Is there yet any portion or inheritance for us in our father's house? Verse 7. Are we not counted of him strangers? For he hath consumed that which we have brought. Verse 8. For all the riches which God hath taken from our father are ours, and our children, now then, whatsoever God hath said unto thee, do. Verse 9. Thus did Rachel and Leah give over their father's household goods unto Jacob. Verse 10. And Jacob did not know that Rachel had stolen them. Historical context. This passage highlights the close relationship between Rachel and Leah, who are often depicted as being united against their common husband. Verse 11.